All right, everyone, welcome to the broadcast here today at Canal Park of Bracket A semifinal play between Madeira Beach Sharks and R3 9U Rodriguez here on Field 7 in Madeira Beach, Canal Park in Oldsmar, Florida at the Clearwater Fall Championship. I'm Doc, I'll be your commentator. Today's broadcast is brought to you by VisitStPeteClearwater.com, Tampa Bay USSSA, and Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. And I'll give you the lineups here in just a moment. All right, so Madeira Beach's home team is they are the higher seed. And I'll give you the batting order here real quick. So pitching for Madeira Beach is Matthew. And we're about to get underway here. So McKee is up to the plate. He's also the pitcher for R3 today. So it's going to be McKee, Doyle, Church, Crossan, Cameron, Shafira, Alcade, Boudreau, Conte, and Burish. Your subs are Duffy, Garricky, and Hanlon. And here's the first pitch, ball high outside, and this game's underway. So the semifinal, 9U Bracket A. First pitch ball to McKee from Matthew. And here's the pitch, ball 2. So I was given last names. I believe I heard them call Logan is their current batter's first name. And the pitch. Ball inside, and it's 3-0. So a 3-0 count to Logan. Here in the top of the first inning, nobody out, nobody on. And here comes the 3-0 pitch. Foul ball, and it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the first.
It's got to be in your zone, buddy. Ryan, left your phone, buddy.
All right. So here we go. It's a 3-1 count on the batter. And here's the pitch. Ball 4, and Logan is on with a walk. So 1 runner on, top of the first, nobody out. Doyle steps in.
All right, here we go, Hunter. Stay in your zone, bud.
First name Hunter. As I just heard it called out by a fan here. And here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's no 1 count. So Matthew's quickly ahead of Hunter here in the top of the first inning. There is 1 runner on. And here is the pitch. There's a pop fly down the line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to move Logan over to third. And Hunter will hold it first. Nope. No, he's going to second on the throw to third base. And Hunter is in to second base with a single on the second on the throw. All right, so 2 runners on, second and third here in the top of the first. There's a pop fly foul. And this will be an 0-1 count to Church. Crossan's on deck. There's 2 runners on, so after the single by Hunter, that moved Logan over to third, and Hunter went to second on the throw. What's his first name? Vladdy. Okay. This is Vladdy, Church. And here's the pitch. Ball high. So it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, 2 on, top of the first inning. And the pitch. Ball outside, and it's a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Gotta be in your zone, bud.
And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Ball inside. The ball gets away from the catcher, and Logan scores as the ball is overthrown. And it is a 1-0 lead for R3. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike to Vladdy. That moves Hunter over to third. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. 3-1 count on the batter. 1 run in. And the pitch. It's a line shot to center field. That's going to get him front base. That's an RBI. And it's a 2-0 game. So Colin steps in. Still nobody out. 2 runs across. Runner on first base. No outs yet in this one. On deck will be Cameron. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and strike 1. So no 1 count to Colin. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. 2 runs in. Vladdy stands down at first base. And here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, and that'll move Vladdy at least to second base. Let's see if he goes any further. He does not. And we'll call that a wild pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Vladdy at second base. 2 runs across this inning so far, and we're in the top of the first. R3 has the lead, and here's the pitch. Ball inside, and it's a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And here comes the 2-1. It's a ground ball to third. Nice snag by the third baseman. He throws across the diamond. That's 1 out, and that sends... overthrow to third base. That sent Vladdy to third on it, and he ends up scoring on the overthrow, which will give that error to first, which allows Vladdy to score. So Colin grounds out to first. So Julian steps in, and here's the first pitch to Julian. There's a ground ball. Pitcher snags it. He throws over, and what a close play at first base. Nice play, though. First baseman stretched out there and got him out. So that's 2 outs. Base is clear. So Connor steps in. And with 2 outs here in the top of the first. It's a ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count.
Gotta be in your zone, Connor.
So far, Madeira Beach pitching has given up 1 walk and 2 hits and 3 runs. And called strike. And that's a 1-1 count. No, on deck. No. Ball gets past the catcher, and that's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here in the top of the first. And the pitch. Ball outside, and it is a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Connor. 2 outs, nobody on. 3 runs in for R3, so they lead it right now, 3-0. And we are in the top of the first of the semifinal, bracket A. And a little timeout there.
Yeah, we're good for the next one. Okay. All right, bud.
Catcher needed a drink. think we're ready now. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike to Connor. And here's the 3-1 delivery. Ball 4. And that's a second walk issued by Madeira pitching. So runner on, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, Nolan steps in. And here's the first pitch to Nolan. Called strike on the inside corner. And that'll allow Connor to steal second base. So an 0-1 count. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Misplayed by the shortstop. And that's going to score Connor all the way from second base. And let's see. Nolan was headed to third. Ball's overthrown. And there's nobody at home plate to cover home. Here he comes. Here's the play. And they got him out at home. Wow. Wow. So we'll give, let's see, so we'll give an RBI to Nolan there. We'll give, it's an E, well, we'll give the hit to, we'll call it a triple to Nolan. And 4 runs for R3. So the pitching for Madeira Beach Sharks gave up 2 walks, 3 hits, 4 runs in the first inning.
You gotta come off that mound, right?
1 error and nobody left on base. That would have been, we'll call it 7-2. All right, so coming up here in the bottom half of the first inning is going to be Johnny, Cole, and Nico. So, and they'll be followed by Matthew, Nolan, Lincoln, Caden, Vaughn, Otto, Kai, Mario, and Kale. On the mound for R3 is Logan. Behind the plate is Julian. And we'll be back in just a moment. This is Dot from the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. All right, we're back, folks. Had some fans coming up asking for how they get access to the video. Thanks everyone for joining us here in Canal Park for the Bracket A semifinal between R3 and Madeira Beach. So there's the first pitch to Johnny, and it is a foul ball in strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike to Johnny. Here in the bottom half of the first inning, Madeira Beach currently trails by 4 runs. There's a pitch. Call strike on the outside corner, and it's an 0-2 count. So Logan quickly gets ahead. And there's a ball just over the head of the umpire. And it's going to be a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Ball outside. It's 2-2 now. Madeira Beach trails by 4 here in the top of the first. Or, I'm sorry, bottom of the first. And it's 2-2. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Johnny's worked it back to a full count. And here's the payoff pitch. Ball in the dirt, and Johnny, the first batter from Madeira Beach, is on. And the pitch. Ball high. So Logan has thrown 5 balls in a row. He started off with 2 quick strikes and then now has thrown 5 balls. So it's a 1-0 count to Cole. Johnny's down at first. Nice stop by the catcher to prevent the runner from going. And it's a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes on Cole. And that is going to be ball 3. So 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Call strike on the outside corner, and it's 3-1. They check Matthew down at first. I'm sorry, Johnny down at first, and he's back in time.
Good job, Julian.
There's a pop fly. Oh, nice catch by Logan, and that's 1 away. So 1 down. So that's so I can walk away. There's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 1 on Nico. So Matthew's on deck. Johnny's down at first, 1 down. Here in the bottom half of the first inning, Madeira Beach trails by, ball gets past the catcher, and that'll allow Johnny to go to second base. And now the runner's in scoring position. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Nico. Here in the bottom half of the first inning, Madeira Beach trails by 4 to nothing.
We're throwing strikes, buddy. Here we go. Take the start, kid.
This umpire's getting sunglasses. As you can see, it's pretty bright coming in here. And here's the pitch. Ball just get away from the catcher. It's a 2-1 count, and that allows Johnny to go to third. So the first run from Madeira Beach is standing at third base. And now it's a 3-1 count. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of first. And the pitch. Called strike 2, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Nico. Logan has fought back to a full count. Let's see what happens on the payoff pitch. Right down the middle, strike 3, and that is 2 away.
Hey, they're not striking, kid. Let's go.
So 2 outs. That brings in Matthew, who's the pitcher for Madeira Beach. Johnny's down at third base. And here's the first pitch. Pop foul just behind us here. And that's an 0-1 count to Matthew. So no balls, 1 strike. And here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that ball got away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Johnny to score, and that's a 4-1 ball game. So it's a 1-1 count to Matthew. 1 run across this inning, bottom inning here for Madeira Beach. That cuts the lead down to 4-1 with R3 in the favor of R3. And there's a ball, and that makes it a 2-1 count. pitch. Ball in the dirt, and it's 3-1. So 3-1 count on Matthew. And here comes the 3-1, and that is, I thought it was 3-1. All right, it's now 3-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sorry, I missed a strike in there, folks. My apologies. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a foul ball, and we'll do 2-2 again. All right, so 2-2 count to Matthew. 2 outs, nobody on, 1 run across, and the pitch. Foul ball right back at us here.
You got it, kid. Get through it, Matt. You got it. You got it. Let's go.
And we'll do 2-2 over again.
Go ahead, man.
There's a line shot out to left center field. That's going to get in for a hit. And Matthew's on. So 2-out single by Matthew.
Okay. Turn sideways. Sideways.
Hey, let's go, Bob.
Turn. You're good.
There's a ball high, and it's a 1-0 count. So Nolan has a 1-0 count against him, and popped up on the infield, caught by the first baseman, and that's 3 outs.
Hey, good hit, Mama. Good hit.
Let's go, R3.
So R3 pitching registered a strikeout, gave up a walk and a hit and 1 run, and committed no errors. And Madeira Beach left 1 on base. And at the end of 1 inning, it is R3 4, Madeira Beach 1. So coming up for Madeira Beach, coming up for R3 in the top half of the second inning, it's going to be Peyton, followed by Conte and then Burrish. So just a quick break here, folks. This is Doc from the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. First time so much easier to pronounce.
Everybody's hitting, boys. Everybody's hitting. Let's go.
Hey, have fun out there, buddy.
So you can drive it, kid. You know how to do this. In your zone, right, bud?
All right, it's about to get the top of the second underway here as the throw goes down to second base.
All right, Peyton, start us off, buddy.
Tried to adjust the picture there a little bit so get a little bit more first base in there, so apologies on that. All right, so Peyton steps in for the first time today. In the first inning, R3 got 3 hits, 4 runs on 3 hits, and left nobody on. There's a foul ball, and it's a 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike to Peyton. And here's the pitch. Ground ball in the hole between second and first base. Right fielder gets it, throws over to first, not in time. And that's a single for Peyton. I'll say Matthew still on the mound. And here's the first pitch to Cole. Ball outside, so it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out here in the top of the second. Peyton still second base. So he's standing down at second base after the leadoff single. And R3 is threatening again here in the top of the second already with a 4-1 lead. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And strike 1 rather, sorry. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, Cole.
And here comes the 1-1. Pop foul. That's going to get down, and it's going to be 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Cole. On deck is Adam. And that'll be the 10th batter for R3, and then we'll go back to the top of the order with Logan. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul ball.
Way to battle, kid. Let's go.
And it will do 1-2 again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ball high, and it's 2-2. Nice catch by the catcher there to prevent the ball from getting past him and allowing Peyton to go to third base. So it's a 2-2 count. No outs, 1 on. A 4-1 lead for R3 right now. There's a pop line drive to second base, snagged by the second baseman, and that is 1 away. So it brings Adam. On deck will be Logan. Logan walked his first time up and scored a run. And here's the first pitch to Adam from Matthew. Ball in the dirt. That gets past the catcher. That's going to allow Peyton to go to third base on the pass ball. And that's a 1-0 count to Adam. So 1 ball, no strikes. No out, or 1 out. Runner on third. Top of the second inning. R3 leads it 4-1. And they're threatening again after putting up 4 in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Ball high, and it's a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes to Adam. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. And that gets away from the catcher, and that's going to score. Yes, that is going to score Peyton. So now it makes it a 5-1 game. And a 3-0 count now on Adam. So 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt, and it should be ball 4.
Head back. Get it on straight. You got
It was 3-0 before that pitch. It was 3-0 before that pitch.
Yeah, but
It was 3-0 before that pitch.
what do you got, 3-0? Okay, all in favor.
That's ball 4.
All right. So
Let's go, Logan.
that puts Adam on first.
You guys didn't even get it right last time.
We got a bookkeeper back here now.
That puts Adam on first base. And here's the first pitch to Logan. Ground ball to second base. Fielded cleanly. Over to second on the fielder's choice, and that is 2 outs.
Good job, boys. Let's go, bud.
So 2 down here in the top of the second inning. 1 run in so far on 1 hit. And here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. That's going to allow, a wild pitch I should say, that's going to allow Logan to go to second base.
Ball 1.
Thank you.
So 1 ball, no strikes.
Let's go, Hunter.
To Hunter. And there's a ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly. Across the diamond. Oh, and they call him out. Nice play by the shortstop. A nice stretch by the first baseman. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base. And at the end of 1.5, it's R3 5. Madeira Beach 1. All right, so far, Madeira Beach pitching has given up 3 walks, 4 hits, and 5 runs. Whereas the R3 pitching has given up has struck 1 out, given up a walk and 1 hit and 1 run. Coming up here in the bottom of the second inning is going to be Lincoln, Caden, and Vaughn. First time up that Madeira Beach had, they scored 1 run on 1 hit and left 1 on base. All right, we're going to take a small break here, and this is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. Be right back. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us here on the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. This is Doc, your commentator and broadcaster. All these games that we're doing, that we've done and are continuing to do, are stored both on Facebook and YouTube. We will do highlight videos, which will include player of the game for each team. So appreciate you subscribing and checking out our YouTube channel as well as Facebook. Like and subscribe, please. And continue to support the work that we're doing to bring the very best in youth baseball to the Tampa Bay area. Today's broadcast is also brought to you by Visit stpclearwater.com and Tampa Bay USSSA. There's a ball 1 to Lincoln. So 1-0 count here in the bottom of the second inning. Nobody out, nobody on. Just getting underway here in the second. Madeira Beach does trail by 4, 5-1. And here's the pitch. Ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes.
It's target, bud. Here we go.
And here's the 2-0. Ball 3. So a 3-0 count now. Logan is still on the mound. All right, here we go. Here's the 3-0, and that's just a little high. And there is a walk issued to Lincoln to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. So Caden steps in. Vaughn will be on deck. And here's the first pitch. Way outside. And that's going to allow Lincoln to go to second, and we'll call it a wild pitch by Logan. So 1-0 count.
Take your time, Logan.
1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. Now Logan has thrown 5 balls, no strikes so far this inning. And here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher to prevent Lincoln from going to third base, and it's a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here in the bottom of the second inning. I believe, we'll see. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. I believe that Madeira Beach is batting 12, but we'll see shortly, because this is batter number 7 with Vaughn on deck. There's a ground ball foul, and it's a 2-2 count. So Logan's worked it back to a 2-2 count against Caden. Nobody out, 1 on. Bottom of the second, Madeira Beach trails 5-1. There's a pop fly foul. That's going to get down, and we'll do 2-2 over again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2. It's a ground ball down to third base, filled by the third baseman, across the diamond, off the mark, and that allows Caden to end up on first base. And we'll charge that an E5. And that moves Lincoln over to third base on the ground ball. So runners on first and second. Madeira Beach has got something going here in the bottom of the second inning. No outs. There's a ball in the dirt. Caden steals second base. And runners on second and third. Ball 1 to Vaughn. Otto's on deck. So 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. There's a ball outside, and it's 2-0.
Time, buddy.
Hey, Logan looks in, gets his sign. He comes set and delivers the 2-0. Ball high. So a 3-0 count, 3 balls, no strikes.
Ball through, bud.
So Madeira Beach is threatening here in the bottom of the second. We have 2 runners on, second and third, nobody out. There's a called strike, and it's a 3-1 count. Caden's at second, Lincoln is at third. Vaughn at the plate with a 3-1 count, and Otto is on deck. And here's a 3-1. That's ball 4. That gets behind the catcher. Everyone holds. It just barely gets behind the catcher. And bases are loaded. So coach calls time to go out and talk to his pitcher. Whoops. So bases loaded, nobody out. The tying run is at the plate. So Kai is coming up, and that'll be the 10th batter. Otto's coming up. Kai is on deck. He'll be the 10th batter and the 4th batter this inning. Otto's the 4th batter this inning, that is. All right, looks like we got a new pitcher. And we'll get some confirmation on who that is in just a moment. As soon as we get the number here. And so hopefully he'll turn around. He is, and it's number 1, which is Connor. So Connor's now on the mound for R3. So Connor will step in with nobody out. Bases loaded here in the second. Now, if any of the runs do score at this point, they were all Any of those 3 runs that's on the base, they will all belong to Logan. All right, I think a couple pitches here to the catcher. And we'll get this one underway. It actually looks like we're ready. All right, so here we go. Otto steps in. Connor looks in, gets his sign. Comes set and delivers. Ball in the dirt, just gets away from the catcher a little bit, but everyone holds where they are because it didn't go that far. And it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Otto.
Take your time, Connor.
And 1-0. Foul ball. And it's a 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. On Otto. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. Time runs at home. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Otto. Again, bases loaded. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 1 out. That's the second strikeout registered by R3 pitching. Logan had recorded 1 strikeout, gave up 3 walks, and allowed 1 hit. Kai steps in. And there's a pop fly down the line. That's going to get down. That's a single. That's going to score at least 1, maybe 2. It is going to score 2. Here comes the throw home. And there goes the throw to second. Kai's into second base after the throw home. And it's a 5-3 ball game. Scoring was Lincoln and Caden. Vaughn does move to third on the throw. And Kai goes to second base on the throw. There's ball 1. Here comes the run. Oh, no, everyone holds up. Oh, now Vaughn is in a rundown. Oh, they call him safe. They call him safe. So Vaughn is safe back at third base. As of right now. So it's a 5-3 ball game now. 1 out, still 2 runners on. The time runs at second. The go-ahead runs at the plate with Mario. And Kale is on deck, so they are batting 12. All right, so looks like the call will stand. And here we go.
Cover home.
I think that was a strike. I think he went on the bunt, so we'll call that a strike. We'll see what the count ends up being. So I think it's an 0-1 count right now. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And I think that's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runs in, 2 runs on, or 2 runners on. And that's strike 3. So that's the second strikeout registered by Connor. And Kale steps in. So 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runners in. It's a 5-3 ball game. And here's the first pitch. Ball in the dirt. That gets past the catcher. Here comes the runner. Vaughn is safe. So pass ball allows Vaughn to score, and it makes it a 5-4 ball game. And Kai moves over to third base. Ball 1 to Kale, so 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, 3 runs across. It's a 5-4 ball game, and the tying runs at third base. And here's the 1-0. Pop fly on the infield. First baseman's under it. Has it. And that's 3 outs. So 3 runs on one hit. Just double check that here for you folks. No errors and 2 left on base. And at the end of 2, it's R3 5, Madeira Beach 4. So coming up in the top half of the 3rd inning is going to be Vladi, Colin and Julian. Vladi singled, scored, and got an RBI in the 1st inning. Colin grounded out to 3rd, and Julian grounded out to the pitcher. So far, R3 has 5 runs on 4 hits and has left 1 on base, and Madeira Beach has committed 1 error. I'm sorry, there was 1 error last inning. My bad, everyone. My sincere apologies. Madeira Beach has gotten 4 runs on 2 hits and left 3 on base, and R3 has committed 1 error. All right, so we get underway here just shortly. Again, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast in Canal Park, Field 7 of the Bracket A semifinal between Madeira Beach and the Madeira Beach Sharks and R3. So all the games this weekend. We did 4 12U games yesterday and a 9U game last night. Very close game between Palm Beach Prospects and Ostingers 9U. Ended in a 3-2 victory for the Prospects. Most of the runs coming late in the game. And then today we had this semifinal and then the championship at 4:30. One team has already made it into the championship, and that team is the Diamond Elite 9U. Has made it into the semifinals. I'm sorry, the final, the championship, which will be played at 4:30 right here on Field 7. All right, here's the pitch. The ground ball to shortstop. First pitch to Vladi and across the diamond, and that is 1 down. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Matthew still on the mound. And Colin steps in with Julian on deck. And here's the pitch. Foul ball. And it's a 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Colin. It's a ground ball to short. Shortstop fields it across the diamond. And that is 2 down. So 3 pitches and 2 outs for Matthew. Julian stepping in with Connor on deck. Connor, his last time up, walked and scored a run. Julian is the catcher for R3. And the pitch is a ball inside. The catcher for Madeira Beach. Oh, they did switch. They have a new pitcher. Okay. 13. Okay. Thank you. So it is Matthew catching now, and Nolan is pitching. I believe it's a 3-0 count, I think. see here.
Let's go, Nolan.
Thank you, by the way. It is 3-0.
Let's go, Julian. Same song, kid.
3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, and the pitch. Ball just a little high, and that is ball 4.
All right, buddy. Let's go, Connor.
Hey, you gotta be in your zone, bud.
Go, Red Beach. 2 outs.
I don't know if that was a strike or not, but the runner's out at second. Nice throw by the catcher, Matthew, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 2.5, it is 5-4 in favor of R3. Folks, this is Doc, Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, back here. Let's see. Now pitching for R3 is Zane, and catching is Hunter. All right. So coming up here in the bottom of the third inning for Madeira Beach, going back to the top of the order. Johnny will lead it off, and he walked and scored his first time up. Cole flew out he's up next. He flew out to the pitcher, and then Nico batting third, who struck out looking. It's just about to get underway here. Looks like the throw has already gone down. Players are ready.
Hey, Sean, who's Garrick in there for? Thank you. What?
Let's see, hang on 1 second here. So the question here is about the pitcher who he's. So the pitcher is subbing for Nolan.
Thank you.
So Nolan was the DH. Zane is now in for Nolan, and he's pitching. All right, I'm not sure. I missed that pitch. Sorry, folks. I was paying attention to the books here. It's a foul ball. So we know for sure there's a strike. I think it might be 0-2. So we'll see. I believe it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of 3. Foul ball. So it's definitely definitely 2 strikes. Could be a ball. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of 3. Madeira Beach trails by 1 to R3, 5-4. Johnny is at the plate. An 0-2 count on him. And here's the 0-2. And it's a ball outside. I believe it's 1-2 now. And here's the 1-2. Ball 2. So I believe it's a 2-2 count. I could very well be wrong, but I believe that is the case. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on, and called strike, and that is 1 away. So 1 down. Cole steps in. Cole flew out to the pitcher, and Nico is on deck. So called strike on Cole, so no 1 count. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ball just a little up and said he did not go, so it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Ball low, and it's a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody, or 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the order for Madeira Beach. And the pitch. Ball low. And it's a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike. So far today, the R3 pitching has captured 3 strikeouts, given up 2 hits. There's a hit by pitch. Probably would have been ball 4. And Cole is on. So I guess he kind of got a hit if you look at it how you want to. But it looks like he's okay. He's walking off down to first base. So now Nico's stepping in. He struck out looking his first time up. And he'll be followed by Matthew, who singled his first time up. Ball gets past the catcher. Nope. No pitch. Ball was not put back in play yet. So some questions. I guess the lineup here, the umpire called time and is going to talk to the R3 coach. So far, 3 strikeouts have been registered by the R3 pitching. Actually, that's the 4th, so now it's 4 strikeouts. And that would be Johnny. So 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 2 hits. And if you count the hit by pitch, it would be 3 hits, but we don't. It counts as a walk. All right, so I think they got it squared away now. Again, Nico's up. There is 1 out, 1 runner on base. Actually, it's tying run, standing down at first base. The go-ahead run is at the plate. 1 down. And Matthew's on deck. And here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. That gets past the catcher. That allows Cole to go to second base. So the tying run is that much closer to home. So it's a 1-0 count to Nico. 1 ball, no strikes. It's a 5-4 ball game. R3 is in the lead. There's a called strike, and it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just like that, buddy.
And here's the 1-1. Foul ball. And it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nico quickly gets ahead of, Zane quickly gets ahead of Nico in the count. And here's the 1-2 from Zane. has strike 3. And that's a second strikeout looking by Nico and in this inning. So 2 outs, runner on second. Matthew steps in. He's singled his first time up. Nolan's on deck, who flew out to the pitcher his first time up. I'm sorry, flew out to third his first time up. I think. So that bounced off the umpire and goes all the way almost down to third base. That allows Cole to go to third. And it's 1 ball, no strikes on Matthew. And there's a ground ball into shortstop. Shortstop misplays it. That's going to score the tying run. And Matthew's on with an error on the shortstop. So Matthew does get an RBI. And it is a tie ball game, 5-5. In the bottom of the third. It's a ball outside. That's a 1-0 count now to Nolan. Lincoln's on deck. He walked and scored his first time up. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball outside, and that is 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Pop fly to the first baseman. Oh, he drops it! He drops it, and he does tag first base before Nolan can get there, and that is 3 outs.
Let's go!
All right, so 1 run on no hits, but 1 error and 1 left on base. At the end of 3, we have a tie ball game. Just real quick recap. The pitching for R3 has struck out 5 and allowed 4 walks and has given up 2 hits. However, their defense has registered 2 errors. On the other hand, let's see who's pitching. It is still Nolan. The pitching for Madeira Beach, no strikeouts registered. However, they've given up 4 walks and 4 hits and a total of 5 runs and committed 1 error. From the offensive perspective, R3 has gotten 3 hits, or 5 runs on 4 hits, and has only left 1 on base. Where Madeira has scored 5 runs, gotten 2 hits, and has left 4 on base. All right, so coming up in the top of the 4th for R3 is going to be Connor. Connor walked and scored his first time up. He'll be followed by Zane. This will be Zane's first time at bat. And he'll be followed by Peyton, who singled and scored his first time up. So that's going to be batters 6, 7, and 8. All right, so we're about to get this 4th inning underway here. The 5-5 tie. An inning recap. R3 jumped out to a quick 4-1 lead in the first inning, and Madeira, and then picked up 1 in the second. Madeira picked up 3 in the second, which made it a 5-4 game, and then picked up 1 last inning, which has now made it a tie ball game. Matthew's still behind the plate, and there's the first pitch from Nolan, and it's a ball just a little high, and it's a 1-0 count to Connor. So 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning, tie ball game. Here in the semifinal bracket A, 9U closed AA. And the pitch. I think it was ball 2. So 2-0 count. And here's the 2-0. Called strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. I think. Or it could be 1 and 2. I wasn't sure about that second pitch. Which way it went here. We'll find out. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. So it was right the first time. It was a ball. So now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. On Connor. And the pitch from Nolan, the 2-2. Ball up. And it's a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the top of the 4th. And here's the full count. Pitch, payoff, and it's ball 4. A tongue twister there with payoff pitch. Second walk issued by Nolan. So leadoff walk for Connor to start things off here in the 4th for... I'm sorry, foul ball by Zane. No balls, 1 strike on Zane. 1 runner on here in the top of the 4th. There's a ball a little high, gets past the catcher, and that'll allow, it's a 1-1 count now, but that'll allow Connor to go to second base. We'll call that a wild pitch. That was a little, about 2 foot above the catcher. So here's the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3, that gets past the catcher. And it's a 2-1 count to Zane. That allows, we'll call that another wild pitch. That allows Connor to move to third, where he represents the go-ahead run. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Called strike, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tying run at third. I'm sorry, the go-ahead run at third. It's a 5-5 ball game here in the top of the 4th. And the 2-2. Ball 3, that gets past the catcher, and runner thought about coming, but he turned around and stopped as Matthew hustled and got back to prevent him from coming. So now it's a full count again. So both batters in this inning, Nolan has worked to a full count. And Nolan gets a sign, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. Ball 4, and Zane is on with a walk.
All right, Peyton, your turn, buddy.
So Peyton steps in. Again, he singled and scored his first time up, and on deck is Cole, who flew out to second base his first time up. And here's the first pitch. There's a foul ball behind us here. And that is an 0-1 count now to Peyton. So no balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. 2 runners on for R3. Timeout called. I believe it's going to be a pinch runner for the pitcher, which is Zane. And it would be the last batter out of the last inning, which would be Julian. Or not. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it normally is, but they do have subs, so swing and a miss. And there goes the runner, and he will be on second base. So number 16, Kaysen, is running for Zane. It's pinch running. And I think that's a 1-1 count on the batter. Oh, it was 0-2. And that's a strikeout. That's the first strikeout registered by Madeira Beach pitching in this game. So 1 down, 2 on. Go-ahead runs at third. Cole steps in. Again, he popped out to third base his first time. There's a line drive to shortstop. Nice snag by the shortstop, and everybody holds where they are. So 2 down, and that brings up Adam. And Adam hit in, he walked his first time up. So runners on second and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. R3 has been threatening, but can't seem to get that go-ahead run across. And Adam steps in, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So no balls, one strike. The runners hold where they are. 2 outs, top of 4. 5-5 game. And the pitch. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Fields it over to first, and that is 3 down. So Nolan, after giving up a couple walks, fought back and got the next 3 batters out. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. And at the end of 3.5, it's R3 5, Madeira Beach 5. All right, so coming up in the bottom half of the 4th inning is going to be Lincoln. He walked and scored his first time up. He'll be followed by Caden, who reached on error by a third base and scored a run. And then Vaughn walked and also scored a run. All right, so looks like, assume it's, still Zane in there. So we're going to take a quick break, folks. Thanks for joining us again. This is Doc and the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network.
Show them how to do it, bud. Just like that, Zane. You got it, kid.
I can't take forever.
It's a letdown.
All right. Back in business here. All right, so Zane looks in, gets a sign here in the bottom of the 4th inning, throws the pitch, and that is ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of 4th, nobody on, nobody out. It's a ball in the dirt, and that's a 2-0 count to Lincoln. It's a swing and a miss, and it's strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Lincoln. Here comes the pitch. Ball outside. And it's a 3-1 count now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Top or bottom of 4. It's a 5-5 game. R3 was threatening there in the top of the 4th, but Nolan was able to get out of trouble, and it remained a tie game. Called strike, and that makes it a full count. So Zane's worked it back to a full count. There's a ground ball to third. Across the diamond, and he's safe. First baseman just drops the ball. Couldn't come up with it, and Lincoln is on. So we'll get a charge and error to the first baseman on that one. Caden steps in. There's a ground ball foul, and it's going to be an 0-1 count. There's a ball outside, and it's a 1-1 count now. 1 balls, no strikes. Ball gets past the catcher. It's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. That allows Lincoln to go to second base. All right. And here's the 2-1, and now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 1 on. Actually, the go-ahead run is down at second base. And here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And that allowed the pass ball, a swing and a miss, so that's a strikeout.
Let's go, Z. Come on, kid. Finish it.
So it's the 3rd strikeout issued by, or registered by Zane. And that allows Lincoln to, the pass ball allows Lincoln to go to 3rd, and Vaughn steps up to the plate. So 1 out, 1 on. It's a tie ball game. Coach goes out to talk to his pitcher. The go-ahead run stands at 3rd base. The winner of this game will play in the championship against the Diamond Elite 9U. So no pitch. The umpire was not ready.
There's 1 out.
1 out. You say 1. 1.
What's the count? Is that a no pitch?
Oh, sorry, that's full, but no pitch. Yeah, no count. This foul tip into the glove, and that's strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, foul ball, strike 2. And it's quickly an 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Zane quickly ahead of Vaughn. Otto on deck. Otto struck out swinging his first time up. Vaughn walked his first time up. And he's behind 0-2. The ball gets away. Here comes the go-ahead run. And he is safe. So the pass ball allows the go-ahead run to score, and Madeira Beach has taken the lead for the first time in this game, 6-5. And now it's a 1-2 count to Vaughn. So couldn't ask for a more exciting semifinal than this one. It's gone. Madeira Beach has slowly chipped its way back in, and like I said, it's finally taken the lead for the first time in this game. And Zane gets a sign, sets and delivers the 1-2, swing and a miss, and that is 2 outs. So both outs are strikeouts. Zane has registered four strikeouts himself, a total of 7 for R3 pitching. So Otto steps in, striking on his first time up. And Kyle's on deck, who singled and drove in 2 RBIs. So called strike. So no balls, 1 strike to Otto. And here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Zane is quickly ahead in the count, again, to this batter. And here's the pitch. Ball up, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Nobody on, 1 run in here in the bottom of the 4th. Madeira Beach is taking the lead, 6-5. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Six. And the pitch.
Nice, bud.
So it's full count. Oops. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter.
Come on, Z, let's do it now. Finish it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. 1 run across. And here's the pitch.
Come on, you're up. And then on.
Strike 3. And that's 3 strikeouts this inning by Zane. So a total of 5 strikeouts so far registered by Zane alone. But Madeira does take the lead. So 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. And at the end of 4, it's Madeira Beach 6, R3 5. Coming up here in the, let's see if Nolan's still on the mound. Yes, he is. Looks like Matthew's still behind the plate. So coming up here in the top of the 5th, we're going back to the top of the order with Logan, who has walked and hit into a fielder's choice, followed by Hunter, who singled and grounded out to short, who will also be, and both of them have scored. And then Vladi, who singled, scored, got an RBI, and grounded out to short. So that's your first 3 batters for R3 here in the top of the 5th. So the umpire's putting a little dance show on for everybody. You can't see it on the screen, I don't think. No, it's out of the visibility of you. There's a little girl out there dancing with the umpire on the field. So now all the R3 players are out there. So when we get baseball, we get some live dance action as well. Again, thanks for joining us here at the Bracket A semifinal here at Canal Park. Brought to you by Visit stpclearwater.com, Tampa Bay USSSA, and of course broadcasted by Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. And your commentator today is myself, Doc. It's my pleasure to bring you all the live action of this 9U semifinal and soon-to-be championship following this game. Also want to give a special shout out to Tim Lavis, the tournament director, and all the field crews, all the site directors, and all the social media crews as well. Especially the folks that have worked so hard on the fields this weekend to get them ready after Hurricane Tropical Storm Nicole came through, and there was a front that came through last night and into today, which brought some additional rain. But they've done a phenomenal job to get the fields ready and keep them ready, or keep them in good shape to continue to play baseball here in the St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa Bay area. All right, so here we go. Top of 5. Logan steps in.
Doing damage, buddy.
Nolan is still on the mound. And here is the pitch. Ball outside. And it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes.
Stay back.
Nobody out, nobody on.
Back.
Top of 5. R3 trails 6-5. And here comes the pitch. It's a ground ball. First baseman off this glove. Oh, second baseman gets it. And just couldn't quite get it over to the first baseman. And Logan is safe. So we'll call that an E4 on the throw. But does allow Logan to get on first. Brings him Hunter. And he has 1 ball on him. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 runner on, nobody out. Actually, the tying run stands out at first base for R3. The go-ahead run is at the plate. Foul ball. And it is a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 on. Top of 5. in a 6-5 ball game where R3 is trailing. And the pitch. Ball outside, and it's a 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Logan remains down at first base. You got Vladi on deck. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Third baseman snags it across the diamond and overthrows. And that allows Logan to go to third. And Hunter is on first base. So we'll give that E5. So 2 errors have put runners on the corners. The go-ahead run stands down at first base with Vladi coming up and Colin on deck. Colin has grounded out to third and short, his 2 times previous. There's a ball high. They let Hunter go on down to second base. And it's a 1-0 count to Vladi. And here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a ball in the dirt, stopped by the umpire. And it's a 2-0 count. A 2-0 count to Vladi. Runners on second and third. That's Hunter at second, Logan at third. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch. The ball just out, and now it's 3-0. So there is 1 base open for Nolan to put Vladi. And see if he can fight back and get the out. Here's the pitch. Called strike, and it's a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike.
Do it again. Take your time, Nolan.
Nolan gets a sign, comes set, and delivers the 3-1 pitch. Called strike, and it's a full count. So Nolan's brought it all the way back to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Gotta be in your zone, buddy.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out. And the pitch.
Yes!
Called strike 3. And that is 1 away. What a job by Nolan coming all the way back down 3-0, behind 3-0 in the count to register his 2nd strikeout of the game. All right, so Colin steps in. He's ground out to third and short, and he'll be followed by Julian, who's there's a ground ball that gets between short and third, and Colin is on with an RBI single, and that ties the ball game at 6. Moves Hunter over to third. So runners on the corners, 1 out. Julian steps in. He ground out to the pitcher and walked. And here's the first pitch. Ball just outside. And it's a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes.
All right, Julian, let's go, bud.
And on that pitch, Colin went down to second base.
Out there, kid. Let's go.
So runners on second and third. The go-ahead run is at third base. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a 6-6 ball game. This one's going back and forth. R3's trying to recapture the lead here in the top of the 5th.
Go defense, 1 out.
And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Julian. Game is tied, 6-6. Top of 5, 1 out, 2 on, and here's the pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Here comes the runner to home. And he's safe! And the go-ahead run scores for R3. He did get under the tag. And it's an RBI fielder's choice for Julian.
Good job, Julian.
That moves Colin to third. And Hunter scored. So runners on the corners again. It's a 7-6 ball game. R3 in the lead. Connor steps in. Connor's walked twice, scored once. On deck is Zane. There's a ball dropped just over the shortstop's head, and that's going to make it an 8-6 ball game. So a single by Connor. And R3 has extended the lead.
Good boy, Connor. Let's go, kid.
So runners on first and second, still one out here in the top of the fifth. Called strike.
All right, Zane, see you when you like, bud.
So Zane, who's still pitching for R3, is at the plate. One strike and the pitch.
Pitch, bud.
There's a ball inside. Both runners move up on the pass ball. And it's a 1-1 count to Zane. Runners on second and third, one out. 3 runs across this inning to give an 8-6 lead to R3. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whoa, there's an errant throw. Good stop by Nolan. Keeps the runner at third, which is Julian, at third. Connor standing down at second base. Logan, Hunter, and Colin have all scored this inning. And the pitch. Foul ball.
Hey, way to battle, kid.
And it's still a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. 8-6 lead by R3.
Find one you
In the
like,
top of
buddy.
the fifth.
Drive it.
And the pitch. It's a ground ball to second base. Second baseman fields it. Throws over to first. And that is a RBI for Zane. So Julian scores. That moves Connor to third. And it brings up Peyton. So Peyton has singled, scored, and struck out looking. There is 2 outs. 4 runs have scored. It's a 9-6 ball game now, with a runner at third. So the umpire was saying that Zane threw the bat, so it's a warning.
Just run in.
And here's the first pitch to Peyton. Ball 1. So I checked with the
It's not your zone.
infield umpire, and he said he did not go too far with his swing. So it's a 1-0 count, 1 ball, no strikes.
Come on, buddy.
Connor stands out at third. That's a ball in the dirt. Nice scoop by Matthew. So 2 balls, no strikes. And here's the 2-0 pitch to Peyton. Ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes.
3-0, buddy. Gotta be a good one.
And the pitch. That's ball 4. It's ball 4. And
Way to battle, Peyton. Good job, kid.
Peyton is on. So 2 out, walk issued by Nolan.
Hey, find one you like, kid. Get up on the plate, bud.
That brings up Cole, who's popped out
Your
to
zone, buddy.
second, lined out to short, and on deck is Adam. And called ball. That allows Peyton to go to second. So runners on second and third. 1-0 count to Cole. Adam has walked and grounded out to the pitcher. And here is the pitch. Called strike, and it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on, 4 runs across. It's a 9-6 ball game. R3 leads it here in the top of the fifth. Coming into the fifth, R3 was trailing, and they've taken the lead. There's a ball in the dirt. All the runners hurled. Nice stop by Matthew behind the plate there. And it's a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Boy, Connor. Be aggressive, kid. Anything close, Case, swing it.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. And the pitch. Ball just a little outside. Here comes the runner. And he is out at the plate. And that'll end the inning.
All right, buddy. It's all right.
So that means Cole will come back to the plate next inning if there is a sixth inning. I think we're getting close to time. So they got 4 runs. So R3 picked up 4 runs on 2 hits with, let me just double check, make sure about the errors. There's 2 errors and 2 left on base. And at the end of 5, it is a 9-6 ball game. Coming up for Madeira Beach in the bottom half of the 5th inning is going to be Kai, followed by Mario and Kale. Kai singled and drove in 2 RBIs his first time up. Mario struck out swinging, and Kale flew out to the pitcher. It's like a new pitcher for the...
Attaboy, just like that every time.
Let's see. Same catcher, and it's actually going to be Julian on the mound with Hunter catching. I don't. So far, the pitching for R3. Let's see, this is Julian. So 8 strikeouts have been registered by R3.
When that inning ended, so this will probably be
Definitely it now, right?
Definitely now.
So we're in the bottom of the 5th. So there was 3 minutes left, so this will be the last at bat for Madeira Beach unless they tie it. Or take the, well, unless they tie it. If they take the lead or do not take the lead, then the game will end. All right, so Julian is now on the mound for R3. 8 strikeouts have been registered by R3 pitching, while giving up 4 walks and only
Contact here, bud.
1 hit. Or 2 hits. Sorry, 2 hits. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count to Kai. So 1 ball, no strikes here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out, nobody on. R3 leads at 9-6. And the pitch. This ball just a little high. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey, just play catch, buddy. Just play catch with him.
2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Madeira Beach, Kai. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's a 3-1 count. Three balls, 1 strike. And here's the 3-1. There's a line shot into center field. Kai's on with the 2nd hit of the game. So it's a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That brings up Mario, struck out swinging his first time up, and that'll be followed by Kale, who popped out to the pitcher. And then I'll go to the top of the lineup with Johnny. So Kai's on. Madeira Beach trails by 3, 9-6 here in the bottom of the 5th, which this will be it. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Hunter, preventing Kai from going to second base. And it's a 1-0 count to Mario. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Ball inside, and it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, 1 on. Bottom of the 5th inning. R3 has a 3-run lead. And the pitch. Ball way outside. Kai will go to second base on the wild pitch. And it's a 3-0 count, I believe, on the batter. So 3 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. And here's the pitch. It's a pop fly. That's going to be caught by the center fielder. And Kai will stay at second base. So 1 down. Runner at second. Cale steps in. Johnny is on deck. Johnny has walked and struck out looking. And here's the first pitch to Cale. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Called strike, and that's strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Madeira Beach needs some runs. Ball way out. It's a wild pitch, and that's going to move Kai over to third base. And that's going to be a 1-2 count on Cale. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. 1 on. The tying run is on deck. And the pitch. That got hit him. And that makes it a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Cale asked the umpire if he was okay after that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. 1 on. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. He fields it across the diamond. And he gets there out. Nice stretch by the first baseman there. And that's 2 outs. That does score Kai, so there's an RBI for Cale. And it is a 9-7 ball game. So Johnny steps in with 2 outs. Cole's on deck. Cole flew out to the pitcher and walked his first time up and scored. And here's the first pitch.
He didn't go.
Ball 1 to Johnny. So 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. It's a 9-7 ball game after Kai scored on the ground ball to third. There's a ball high, and it becomes a 2-0 count now to Johnny.
You got it, bud.
After this game, we will quickly get ready to flip over to the championship. I'm sure there'll be a small break in between. We'll try to get the lineups very quickly and get things going in the championship. Called strike.
Nice job, Julian. Let's go,
And it's a
kid.
2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just keep firing in there, bud. Same thing. Take a breath every time. You throw a strike anytime, bud.
2 balls, 1 strike to Johnny. 2 outs. Nobody on base. Madeira trails by 2 in the pitch. Ball 3.
Bye, bud.
So 3-1 count. The tying run is on deck. But Madeira is down to their last out in the pitch. Ball 4.
There you go,
And
bud.
a 2-out walk is issued
One more.
by Julian.
All right, Cole. Let's go. Any out.
So Cole steps in, popped out to the pitcher and walked his first time up and scored a run. And the pitch, ball in the dirt. That's going to allow Johnny to go to second base. So it's a 1-0 count to Cole. 1 ball, no strikes. Time runs at the plate. 1 out. Not sure what's happening. Quick timeout. The umpire's talking to the R3 coach. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Called strike, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, run on second base.
ready over there.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's take a breath of fire. Let's go, kid.
And here is the 1-2 pitch. Oh, strike 3, and that's the ball game, folks. R3 moves into the championship against Diamond Elite 9U. We'll be bringing you that action live here very shortly. I want to thank you for joining us for this semifinal game between R3 and Madeira Beach. What a game it was. Final score, R3 9, Madeira Beach 7. Again, this is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back on with you shortly for the championship. Thanks, everybody.